For 30 years, the Iowa Games has been in the business of turning everyday Iowa athletes into stars. And after 3 decades of success, the Iowa Games has become one of the top sporting traditions in the state, lighting the fire for thousands of athletes, fueling the competitive juices in a variety of sports, and making great memories for countless Iowans. And this summer, the 30th version of the Iowa Games reached new heights. This is the Iowa Games 2016 special. And coming up next, it's a look at opening ceremonies. Stay with us.
I want to go to Iowa State so I can study human diseases and how to make people healthier. Maybe I'll try photojournalism. Whatever my adventure becomes, it sounds awesome.
Enjoy your adventure at Iowa State. Visit ChooseYourAdventure.net. So all your neighbors have switched to Mediacom Internet, and you're thinking, what's holding me back? Because you could be experiencing smoother streaming with speeds up to 50 meg, or watching Netflix with one of the nation's top-ranked internet providers, and using more devices at the same time. So, want to know what's really holding you back? Your slow DSL. Add internet with speeds up to 50 meg for just $14.95 a month for a year, plus your first month free. Call 888-SIMPLIFY.
Welcome back to the Iowa Games 2016 special. Each summer at the Iowa Games, there's not only competition, there's also celebration with the opening ceremonies. It's an event that has featured national entertainment acts, world-class athletes, and down-home fun. Here's a look at some of the best of the opening ceremonies.
If you compete hard and you play fairly, there are no losers, there are only winners.
The thing that's pushed me as an athlete is that I realized this, that God had a call on my life, and I had to work harder than everybody else that was around me because I was representing someone that was too important to me. So I had to work harder than everybody else. Put the work in if you want to be good, if you want to be great, but understand this, if you want to be great, keep in mind, I want to be great for him. I want to represent him.
I didn't realize so many people lived in Iowa. So parents, remember, we are our children's role models. Lastly, this is all about having fun and making new friends. So play your heart out, strive to be the best you can be, and have fun. Let the games begin.
Students, athletes, youngsters, you have many different dreams ahead of you. Go out there, dreams come true. America is the promised land. We have the opportunity. Let's go out there and prove that Iowa is the best at every sport. Good luck, congratulations, and have fun and participate well.
Inspiration. It leads to motivation. That
motivation leads to an action. That action leads to a result.
You can re-inspire and inspire others. So when I'm sitting there listening, looking at this kid in the pool, I'm now inspired. Because I understand what it means to be changed, to be different. But also the capability that I have now to inspire others. You are inspirations. Because if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, and if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for the doubting too. And if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied on, don't deal with lies. Or being hated. Don't give way to hating and yet not looking good, nor talk too wise. And if you can dream and not make dreams your master, and if you can think but not make those thoughts your aim, and if you can meet with triumph and disaster, let the games begin!
Being a great competitor means striving to better yourself before striving to be better than others.
You have to have great passion in your sport to be able to succeed. Love your sport. And that's got to come from within, not from your parents, not from your coach, but from within. I also, number two, listen to my coach and parents at all times. My mentors in my life were my coaches and my parents. Listen to them at all times. They will give you advice that you'll use for the rest of your life.
And coming up next, we'll shine the spotlight on a couple of Iowa Games athletes. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm John Walters. Ames is the home of the Cyclones and so much more.
This is Iowa, and here we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Iowa Games 2016 special. In 30 years of competition, there's been thousands of athletes go for the gold. And behind every shot, sprint, and smile, there's a story. And every one of those stories is worth telling, because the most important part of the Iowa Games isn't the games, it's the Iowans. Here's a couple of special stories from this year.
I competed in the first Iowa Games in 1987 in the high jump and several other events, and it was so much fun. I did it from 87 to 91, and then I started getting into high school track and other things. And so several months ago, I heard it was the 30th anniversary, and they said, we're trying to look for people from 1987, and I was so excited. I said, I've got to try it. It'd be so fun. So I'm so glad I did. It's been such a fun day. So it's interesting, a lot of things have stayed the same. They had the opening ceremonies, we went to that, a lot of, they still light the torch and do a lot of those really fun things, so that was an absolute blast. And of course, when I started doing this, they competed at a different track over on the other side of Ames, so it's a whole new track, a wonderful venue, so that has been a lot of fun. I brought the same bag that I used in 1987 as a good luck charm. It's got a keychain from the 1987 Iowa Games, so it's pretty amazing that I still have that. And I found some of my medals. I have 5 gold medals in the high jump and a silver in the 200 maybe. And so they used to be round, they're now square, so that's a little bit of a change. So, the same spirits here after all these years. And, we didn't know the first year we did it, is this something that's going to continue? Is this a one-year thing? And I'm so glad to see that it's continued and grown. With me today, I have 3 first-timers, so we're trying to bring it back around and keep people coming to the Iowa Games because they've been so rewarding for me. Here, I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm Nash Fisher. Dane Ashmore. I'm Wyatt Lidinsky.
So this is my son. He is competing at the same age I started at age 10, so that's a lot of fun. Wyatt is one of the track team members that I coach in the high jump, and he does many other events very well, as you can see. And then Nash lives down the street from me. He's just started out with track this year, and he's done such a phenomenal job today. I'm so proud of him. So it's so fun to inspire kids in track and field. It's such a rewarding sport, and they all get to try different things that they're experts at, so it's wonderful. I really hope this is the beginning of a whole new generation of champions and competitors, learning about sportsmanship, learning what it takes to, do better than you thought you could do. And I am so excited to see these 3 and many of the other kids that I work with personally, and many of the kids I've just seen today continue to grow in track and field. And hopefully they'll be here in 30 years. We'll see if I will be.
Well, I've been competing in the Iowa Games for about 20 years, and I compete in both track and field and basketball, shooting, I also have done bicycle racing in the past. I just love the competition, so that's why I do it. In the senior Olympic competition, I've won over 1,000 medals now. I just won my 1,000th medal in basketball shooting a few minutes ago. But I'm most proud, I guess, of I was named the Male Athlete of the Year at the Iowa Games back in 2008, and that was quite an honor. And I have a few national championships. I've won 8 national championships. And I also play senior softball. And the teams I played on have won 4 national championships. It's fun to win medals, but the other great part of doing this is the friends you make and the relationships that you build. I've met so many people. My agent over here, Jackie, is one of them. And I compete every year with Denny Pastani. He's become a great friend. And it's just, it's wonderful to build these relationships. I come back for the friends, to see them again, and to compete, because I do love to compete, whether they're friends or not friends. It's still fun to go out there and see what you can do. I just think of good, healthy competition, a great incentive to work out and stay in shape. These great games are run extremely well. And I have competed in state games of America competitions and national meets. And I have to say the Iowa Games is probably the best run of all the meets I've ever been to.
And coming up next, a salute to the volunteers. Stay with us.
Gently down the stream.
Did I remember to lock the front door?
Yep, front door locked.
Nice.
When synced to your home automation system, Pella Instinctive window and door sensors let you monitor your home from your smartphone.
Dad! Garage closed.
New Pella window and door sensors powered by Instinctive technology. Because at Pella, we don't make windows for houses, we make windows for people.
Honda knows that getting ahead has its advantages. That's why the newly restyled Accord gives you a soundtrack for your commute, a better view of your surroundings, and can keep you connected while staying on track. The Accord, from KBB.com's best value brand. Nothing compares to a Honda. Visit your Central Iowa Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
I think it's all right.
What? No, it's not so bad.
Does this look infected to you?
Oh, why? Oh, stop.
Welcome back to the Iowa Games 2016 special. The athletes may be in the spotlight, but in many cases, the real stars are behind the scenes. Every year, Ames rolls out hundreds of volunteers that help make the games go. Here's a salute to the volunteers of the Iowa Games.
I manage the participant check-in and t-shirt handout area, and we hand out probably 10,000 t-shirts over the weekend. So pretty much it's looking people up in the books and figuring out what their t-shirt sizes are and handing them out to them. I've done it for about 20 years now, so we've kind of got a system and we do the same thing year after year, and I'm so lucky I have the same volunteers year after year after year. So a lot of them have been here as long as I have. So that makes it my job really easy, because they come each year and they know exactly what we need to do. I mean, I've learned a lot over the years of knowing how to do things and get things lined up, and our notebooks are in an order now that work really well for us. So we do a pretty good job of keeping people moving through. One of my volunteers today is 90 years old, and she has been coming as long as I have. So it's really nice. And she, comes every year and does just a wonderful job. So it's just a great community. There's tons of seniors that volunteer and tons of young kids who volunteer. So it works out really well for us. I'm definitely not an athlete at all, but it's really fun to see the kids and see the adults and everybody. I mean, it's really nice when people have gone and participated and then come back and are wearing ribbons with medals. It's really nice to hear that clink, clink, clink coming across the parking lot to pick up t-shirts. So it's a lot of fun.
We've been part of the Iowa Games for nearly 30 years, providing not only terrific paramedic backup for your more serious injuries and situations, but we also provide all of the first aid volunteers at most of the major events. As far as first aid volunteers that come from the hospital, it can range from 100 to 150, depending on the needs of any given year. We coordinate those numbers and those needs with the Iowa Games group, the Iowa Games Planning Committee. Then we go back to our place. We have these very nice first aid bags that are stocked with everything you're going to need for basic first aid. Band-aids, ointment, ice bags, and everything you're going to need for those more minor injuries that somebody may suffer on a sports field.
We probably spend almost 3 months getting volunteers ready to go for all the slots that we have. And that's just for logistics, just so that we make sure we have everything covered accurately and we don't have any slots open. And then we probably have between 75 and 100 volunteers that are out there throughout the couple weekends of Iowa Games. They get really excited when the volunteer slots open up. People are inquiring about it. They want specific sports. So as soon as it goes out, it starts filling up really fast. So they're very excited about being a part of Iowa Games.
Last question, how much pride does Mary Greeley take in serving the community in this way?
That's what we're here for. That's what we do. We serve the community for their healthcare needs. So being here is part of our mission. We want to be here for our community, and that's what we do.
My father started the very first year, and he did it for 17 years, and he passed away, and then I took his spot. And Dad did various jobs until like 20 years or 15 years into it, and then he got the trailer here, took care of the t-shirts and stuff. And then I took over, and I've been doing the same thing for him.
That's a big truck. How many t-shirts are you moving out of that thing?
I think 15,000 somewhere in there. There's a lot.
So what's the key to keep everything rolling and everything in good shape?
You just gotta plan ahead and just see what needs to be put out on the tables and what needs to be brought in and out, and just planning.
It seems like the people you work with, the volunteers overall, just do a tremendous job.
Well, we've all done the same job for a long time, and so pretty know much what to do. It's just fun. You get to meet people, you're helping out, it's just fun, just great.
I got started in the Iowa Games with Dorothy Schumer. Dorothy's been with Iowa Games 30 years. I've been with them now 27. Really enjoy it. The diversity with Ames, Iowa, it's a perfect place for this. I keep coming back to the Iowa Games for the specific reason, the help, the volunteering. I like to volunteer, but the people you run into is just absolutely super. Not been a bad one in the 27 years I've been here. It's just been great.
And coming up next, we'll get to the action. Stay with us.
A Subway breakfast sandwich is delicious because you build it the way you want it.
My Robert L. Hartford, please.
The Robert L. Hartford. Egg whites, cheese, fresh spinach, and tomatoes.
Nicely done. But today I think I'll try it with jalapenos.
Okay, but now that sandwich is a Tim Bain.
Who's Tim Bain?
I'm Tim Bain, and it's Lil Tim Bain.
You know what? I'm gonna stick to the Robert L. Hartford.
With countless delicious breakfast sandwich combinations, get the one with your name on it. The Subway Sandwich Shop. Fresh is what we do.
Beth uses her health insurance every day at 6 a.m. because Wellmark plans come with Blue 365, so members get exclusive discounts on things like gym memberships, hearing aids, and cookbooks. It's just one of the ways Wellmark members get more. Ryan uses his health insurance every day after work because Wellmark plans come with Blue 365, so members get exclusive discounts on things like fitness trackers, athletic shoes, and LASIK.
It's just one of the ways Wellmark members get more.
Here's the plan. You grow up wanting to be a lawyer because your dad's a lawyer, and you land a job with a 401k and meet your wife. You're surprised at how much you both want kids, and equally surprised you can't have them. So together, you adopt a little boy, and then his 2 brothers. And you up your life insurance because 4 people depend on you now. Then one weekend when everyone has a cold and you spent the whole day watching TV, you realize you didn't plan for any of this, but you wouldn't have done it any other way.
With the right financial partner, progress is possible.
Welcome back to the Iowa Games 2016 special. 3 decades are now in the books, but for the Iowa Games, the best is yet to come. The competition already fills the air, the water, and the forest. But the goal is to expand the games to include more Iowans and more fun. For more information on the Iowa Games, visit iowagames.org. Now we leave you with a look back at some exciting action from the Iowa Games. Thanks for joining us.